Okay, so we talk a lot about the actions. What are you eating? Are you moving? Are you drinking your water? How are you sleeping? But today I want to talk about something completely different. I want to talk today about the version of you who's already living at her goal weight. And like, we don't want to talk about like the Pinterest version, the polished version, like this fantasy Disney version of you. Let's talk about real you. Real you, sitting here right now, just fast forward to you being at your goal weight, living your life, doing everything you're doing now, but you're doing it from a place of health and goal weight and goals achieved. Today's video is gonna really be about your identity, how you identify, your nervous system, which is where we know all of our success or failure lives. It determines where we are in our journey, determines how successful we're gonna be. And we really wanna focus on those things and not so much like doing. Let's work on the embodiment part today, which is honestly probably my favorite thing to work on with clients. And I can't wait to share with you this process so you can now work on it for yourself. So I've broken this down into 5 steps that I think are gonna be perfect for just now creating this goal weight version of you, this avatar. So let's start with step 1, which is defining this version of you. Let's define her in your real life right now. Like I said, we're not going to fantasy, we're not changing into a different person. You right now, let's define you at your goal weight. How do we do that? These are questions you're gonna be asking yourself. How does your goal weight self, how does she move through her random Tuesday? How does she react on Monday morning? What is she doing to plan maybe for the weekend? What is her inner dialogue? Like, how does she talk to herself when she's happy? When she had a great day? And then on the other hand, how does she talk to herself when she's bloated, when she's stressed, when something overwhelms her? How does she react in those situations? And then take it one step further. How does she define things in her life when it comes to a weight loss journey? So where does she put weight loss in like her mental hierarchy? Like, how important is weight loss to her? Is she like having it as number 1, like completely obsessed with it? We kind of want to like bring it down a little bit to like a more manageable place, which is where it's happening. I'm making the choices to do it. It's falling off. All my weight's coming off easily. And now I'm at my goal weight and this feels easy, right? So we want to embody this version of us that has already accomplished our goals. So then of course, weight loss and food and all those obsessive things, that's not number 1 on our list. We're more, you know, worried about like, how are our kids? How are our parents? How are our families? How are our friends? Like, where are we gonna see them next? What's the next fun experience coming up in our lives? Not food obsession. You know what I mean? We wanna get inside her brain and see the version of you who lost all her weight and is maintaining right now at her goal weight, what's going on inside of her brain. Let's identify her. And the best way to do this is definitely journaling. You can think about it as we are talking in this video, or you could grab your journal and you can make some notes. But I would urge you to sit down with this whole video and journal. Listen to it all the way through, get an idea of what I'm talking about, make some notes if you need to, but then aim to do another session where you grab your journal and you listen to this video and you pause it as I'm talking, and then you write down everything step by step by step. This is gonna give you the perfect blueprint into becoming her mentally. Because when we can become her mentally, we feel that pull to become her physically. And then if we can get inside of her brain and know what she's doing on a random Tuesday, we can start mimicking her actions. Therefore, we can start acting like her, and that's how you reach your goal weight. Right? Because the things that you're doing and the actions that you're taking at 200 pounds, like I was, at 200 pounds are not the same things that I'm thinking and doing and acting on as a 130-ish pound woman. They're 2 totally different lives, 2 totally different lifestyles, 2 totally different avatars, right? So in this, we really want to get inside the avatar of your goal weight self so we can start embodying her, acting like her, making decisions from her place of mind, and then we can start seeing the results from making the decisions of that version of us. Okay, and then step 2, we're going to go into what does her emotional baseline look like? So how does she react to things? And if you were to ask her, and this is a great exercise when you're thinking about this, ask her, ask yourself, and watch what comes out of your mind and onto the page. What does regulation feel like for you? What does it mean to feel like you have a regulated nervous system, to feel calm in stressful situations? What does it feel like for you to feel regulated? To not turn to food when you're stressed? What does that feel like? Ask yourself and watch the magic that will come into your brain and onto the paper. And then you're gonna ask her, how do you respond to old triggers? So things in the past, or maybe that are going on right now with you, that trigger you into reaching for food. How does she react in those situations? What's her automatic default response when things trigger you that would have in the past or are triggering you now to turn to food? How is she handling it? So things that used to send you into a binge episode or a spiral or a negative loop in your head, how is she now responding to those exact same things? This is all building upon what I believe is the most important part of a weight loss journey, which is calming your body to the point where habits feel easy. The food choices feel easy. Your body feels safe, it feels calm, and most importantly, your body feels neutral, like just neutral when it comes to the scale and food. Food is fuel, the scale is a tool to measure my weight. That's it. There's no emotion, there's no running to food when you're stressed, there's no getting upset by the number on the scale. It just all feels very neutral. And when you can get to that place, the weight loss journey becomes, or it morphs into, I should say, your effortless weight loss era. Everything gets so much easier when you're able to get to that place of calm in your body and in your nervous system. And that's what this membership is all about. So I'm so glad you're here. Ooh, step number 3, I love this one. So you wanna now take her and we wanna identify her minimums. Minimums during the day. What are 3 to 5 things that she's like, these are non-negotiables. I'm definitely doing these things. So you can look at pillars overall, you can look at so many different things, but pause the video if you're watching this and journaling. I'm gonna give you some examples, but I want your intuition to kind of come forward and see if anything comes up when I say that. What is your goal weight self's non-negotiables, minimums, things that she has to do every day? And I would see if 3 to 5 of them come into your mind. Okay, so even on hard days, the non-negotiables, 3 to 5 of them, they can range from all different things. They could be, you have to do a workout or an exercise or a treadmill walk or at least stretching, something to move your body. There could be sleep. It could be non-negotiable as 8 hours of sleep, 9 hours of sleep, 10 hours of sleep, you know, whatever your non-negotiable is or her non-negotiable is. For me, one that I have to do is a low carb diet. So regardless of what's going on in my life, because remember, these are non-negotiables no matter what happens in our life. So if life is totally chaotic, like it doesn't matter, you're still working out tonight. If life is chaotic for me and stressful, I'm still eating low carb. That doesn't affect what I'm eating. I still wanna feel my best after I eat, so therefore I'm sticking to my low carb lifestyle. It could be water, it could be journaling, it could be meditation, it could be anything that's going to help you on your journey. But what, if you can get inside her brain, what are her non-negotiables, regardless of what's happening in her life? How chaotic or how calm, it doesn't really matter. What are the non-negotiables for her? And I really wanna emphasize too that these are not rules. This isn't like, I have to check it off my list or else I'm a bad person or else I'm off track. No, this is like, what does she think are non-negotiables because she's doing them because they feel good. So I just kind of hinted on that with me. I eat low carb not because it's a rule on the rule book. It's, I feel so good and energized after I eat that way. I don't feel sluggish, I'm not getting headaches, I'm not feeling bloated, I'm able to maintain my weight. All of the things that are positive. Number one really is feeling the best in my body, because I know if I go and I eat a heavy carb meal like what I used to do back in the day, I was down for the count for the rest of the day. I felt bloated, I felt blah. My body hates carbs and I don't really know why. It just, I know that now. So now I eat for fuel and I eat to feel good. I eat to not be hungry and I eat foods that I love. I just posted a pizza, I posted a chicken Caesar salad wrap. I mean, I'm eating foods that I absolutely love. I'm eating sandwiches, but I'm using low carb bread, things like that. I'm making it work, but I absolutely love eating that way. So it doesn't feel like you're punished, you have to eat low carb. It feels like this feels natural to me and it makes me feel my best. So these aren't rules. These are things that are gonna make you feel your best every day. And you can kind of get that by like saying, I wanna get 8 hours of sleep, so I'm gonna prioritize that. We all know how freaking amazing we feel when we get a full night's sleep. It is like amazing. It's a miracle, right? So we prioritize that. Your goal weight self is prioritizing certain things to feel her best. That's what this step is about. What are those things? They just keep getting better. Step number 4 is gonna be recognizing, how are you already her? I mean, you're technically already her in mind and body, but how are we already her in our actions too? And then you can journal. How in my life am I already acting like goal weight me? Can I get you excited? Because I bet there's so many ways right now, if you start thinking about it, that you're already acting like her. You're already embodying her. You're not starting at 0. No one watching this is starting at 0. You're already on the path to reaching this version of you and becoming her this year. This year. Not in 5 years, not last year, forget last year. This year, you're reaching your goal weight. So you're already on the path. And now we're gonna ask our brain, in what ways am I already acting like her? And ask and you shall receive. I would love to know down in the comments, how in your day are you already acting like her? Please let me know. And I bet you're gonna have multiple ways. And the fact that you're not starting at 0 and you're recognizing that right now is like a jolt of electricity to your nervous system, because it's telling your nervous system, I'm already doing this. We're already on the path. I'm already halfway there because I decided who she is and I'm already doing what she's doing. This is amazing. And that's where your nervous system is gonna go, huh, this is all possible because we're already doing some of the things that she does. So now I'm believing. And it's taking that mindset and bringing it to the next level, because now your mindset's gonna go, wait, we're already kind of her. So now we can bridge the gap and totally become her. Oh my gosh, it's just so amazing for your nervous system when you can tell yourself that you're already doing it. There's no starting at 0. Okay, and then step 5, we are gonna put this into action. So I want you to choose one smaller step, one tiny embodiment point that you can do this week, like implement right now, starting as soon as you're done watching this video or as soon as you're done journaling. So I want you to think about one way that you can show up as her without the rules. So what does that mean? No rules means like no restricting, no punishment, no like you have to work out for 2 hours every day. Like no, because that's not what we're going for. We're going for this positive embodiment. We're looking for practical embodiment. So we know she's doing different things. So how can we kind of shift a little bit in what we're doing to start embodying her a little bit more? How can we add to that list from step 4 and say, okay, here's one more thing that I'm doing that's just like her. So let's give some examples. You could have a different definition of what rest means for you. So we know that version of you is not go, go, go. She is resting. She's in her feminine energy. She is chilling out. She is listening to her body if she needs a nap. She's listening to her body if she needs to go to bed early. She's resting when she needs to. As women, guys, the best thing you can do for yourself is rest and not feel guilty about it. For real. That's one of the main things I learned in 2025, and it has changed my life. One of the many things that has changed my life. I'm leaning into rest. My nervous system was always on high alert, and I always felt like I had to be doing something from a very young age. Now I lean into rest so much, and I'll take a nap with my kids. I will just rest on the couch when I need to. I don't feel like I need to be going. And that was something where for me, if I was journaling this 5 years ago, I would be putting that on there. And now I'm embodying that 100%. You could decide also, another example is to change your self-talk. A lot of times we will be really hard on ourselves. Let's make a point to maybe monitor our self-talk for the next couple of days and say, okay, anytime I talk negatively about myself, I'm gonna witness it and recognize it, and I'm gonna reframe it. I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm going to talk nicer to myself. You know, these don't have to be crazy, big, huge things. I want you to do a tiny thing to embody her. It's gonna feel tiny, like these things we're saying are tiny, but really, they're massive when it comes to the mindset work around becoming her. If you're feeling ambitious, you could look at things differently. So you could look at how you think about the scale differently, decide you're gonna look at it as a tool rather than a principal who's yelling at you. You know, we're gonna look at it as a tool just to track our progress instead of something that dictates, you know, makes or breaks our day, how we show up that day. You know, you can do so many different things. So many different things. So this isn't really about ignoring your reality and just pretending you're your goal weight self and just kind of like la-di-da. It's not about that. What it really is about is letting your nervous system and your mindset learn to live as her, get into her mind, so that the process to get there, to get to your goal weight, doesn't feel like a threat, right? Because when we want to create safety in our nervous system, this is how you do it. This is literally how you do it. We want to make sure we feel super calm so that becoming her feels like the natural best next step, because it's so healthy. And I'm sure if you finish the journaling, you're gonna look back and be like, oh my gosh, she's perfect. She's so good. She's mentally happy, she's physically happy, she's in good health. And it's like, oh my gosh, she's so great. But that's what we need to tell our nervous system. Most of the time when we're talking to our nervous system, like, we gotta lose weight, we gotta get down, we're unhealthy, you know, this isn't right, it's not good to be this high of weight. That is it's the normal way to experience it, of course, it's so common, but really what that's telling our nervous system is we're not safe here or there. We're not safe where we're at because we're so unhealthy. But to get there, we've got to restrict and do all these crazy things and to get to our goal weight self. And that's the only way we're going to be happy. But to do it like that with force, it's not going to get us there. When we create fear in our nervous system and in our body sees weight loss and goal weight as a threat. And of course our body's going to keep us safe. And how does our body keep us safe? With self-sabotage. So then we end up yo-yo dieting, and it's a vicious cycle. So instead, this whole practice is so amazing because really it's going to teach your body that goal weight and weight loss is not a threat, and we don't have to restrict and rely only on willpower in order to get there. We can get there in a very healthy way. And when our mindset is calm and when our nervous system is calm, we become her without even trying. And that's the best part. It's effortless weight loss era. That's what I'm calling this, because you really can get there if you do the work in the mind first. So I hope you guys like this one. Do not forget to comment down below. Give me all of your feedback for this one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.